So again, Will Smith is not a violent guy. He walked up and slapped Chris Rock and was sitting down before he even connected with Chris Rock. He was already turning around and walking away, and that's not how a person behaves. You know what I mean? When they're truly wanting the confrontation. He slapped him like a woman would and walked back and sat down. Because women, when they smack a man, they expect that to be the end of it. Like, and then we supposed to be like, yo, what I say? He walked up and slapped that man and walked back and sit down. I ain't never seen another man do that.
No.
I have never saw that. I've never saw a grown man walk up, like, walk 30 feet up, slap a man, and then turn around and walk back and sit down and then yell at him. I've never in my life saw that. Never. I don't know why people didn't run on stage and try to get in between them. But if they would have, I think Will Smith would have kept coming towards Chris Rock. Because I know people like that. I know people that don't really want that work, but they'll come up to you and start something because they know somebody's there to break it up. And that's exactly why I'd say come into the bathroom. Meet me at this store. Meet me behind the school. Meet me over here in the gym. Meet me over here. Because I know how people are. I'm just being honest, yo. He was very upset, but he chose to handle it in a very passive aggressive. Even though it was like that slap itself, putting your hands on somebody is violent, it truly is kind of passive aggressive. Do you understand? Like you slapped this man and went all the way back into the stands. I mean, and then yell what you had to say at this man. I'ma slap you, stand right there, look you in your face, and say, keep my wife's name out of your mouth. And if you want to hit back, you can hit back. We right here. But I'm not gonna go 40 feet back away from you and sit down. Do you understand? Like that's very passive aggressive how he handled that. He slapped this man and literally disappeared. But what is it when Goku end up somewhere else right on the spot? It's on my mind, but it's the transmission. That man said blap to Chris Rock and then said it's the transmission and was back sitting down in his seat very comfortably. Yelling. With tears in his eyes. Facts. I've never seen that. Have you ever seen a man do that? That's not like a man to do that. To slap and then turn his back and walk back so quickly. Like if Chris Rock would have had to turn him back around in order to fight. Hit him in the back of the head. Yeah, the yelling was just as bad because you was on stage with him. You was just right there. You went all the way back to yell. If you was gonna have a conversation about it, why just slap him? I mean, yo, if you gonna have a conversation about it, then why slap him? You see what I'm saying? Like, keep my wife's name out your mouth. You could have said that from there. I'm sure Chris Rock would have said, okay, cool, you tripping, but okay, you didn't have to slap the man. I mean, straight up. I'm acting like Will Smith watching my live. You didn't have to slap him. I know you're going to see this because I'm popular like that. Everybody see it. I'm not even sure who smacked Chris Rock at this point. That's how fast Will Smith was in and out. He Barry Allen the shit out of Chris Rock. Only the Flash moved fast as that. That was crazy, y'all. This man slapped this man and was all the way back at the back of the damn. He was in the nosebleed section. He slapped Chris Rock, but he the one in the nosebleed section. So must have stop talking about my wife. And look, I like Will Smith, and here I am talking. I need to shut my mouth because I definitely ain't trying to get slapped by nobody, let alone Will Smith. I'd rather be slapped by Tyson. Yes, it'll hurt worse, but it won't be as damaging to my reputation. Keep in mind, family, manifestation is so real. It's so real. The moment he responded to that, he created a reality that if he truly didn't want anybody to disrespect his wife, that's the last thing he should have done. If he truly didn't like that G.I. Jane joke, that is the last thing he should have done because now he's going to have more people disrespecting Jada than ever and more people saying that joke than ever. Even just hearing about it, I'm telling you, if it's offensive to Jada, the last thing he should have done was walk up, slap this man, and bring all of that attention to an issue that he didn't like. That could have been something they discussed behind closed doors. Like, don't take this joke on the road. I don't want to hear this shit again. That was offensive. You know what I mean? But I hear y'all keep saying it's staged. I hear y'all. That is a possibility. If it was staged, then ain't no need in discussing any of this. I guess it is because, well, it ain't. It shouldn't because then they probably did it just for a distraction and we're just talking about nonsense. But I thought this would be a good opportunity to use this situation to talk about um, emotional intelligence and how should we respond when we're angry and hurt. And because obviously we can go through life and not slap somebody, we can go through life and not attack someone pending they don't hurt us. But when they do hurt us, is that really the proper way to respond? Because if it is the proper way to respond, why is there so much punitive treatment that goes along with it? Why are we put in jail for it? Why is our reputations ruined for it? Some people say you had a right to respond that way, but then some people are going to say that you didn't. So either way, there's going to be some damages to your career. I mean, to your reality, or your reputation. Um, for me, I'd much rather people say I was afraid, rather than he in jail because he went and fought that guy for or hurt that guy for talking about him. I'd much rather people say, dang, if I was Kevin, I would have hurt that man. I don't know why Kevin let that go. I'd rather that be y'all responses than saying, dang, Kevin in jail now for going and physically attacking somebody for trying to ruin his name online. Dang. You know what I mean? Like, my goal is to inspire people, um, with my words and my outlook on life. And if I'm sitting in prison, that's not gonna be my goal. That's not my goal. So I don't want somebody else to make me sell my birthright, sell my soul, so to speak, and end up end up where my actions took me rather than where I want my mind to take me. I didn't plan for this. I didn't plan for uh, attacking you. I didn't plan on getting offended either. But there's not. I'm not gonna end up in jail for being offended. I'm not gonna throw away my reputation and the the effort I've put into. And don't get me wrong, I don't think people will necessarily turn into hating Will Smith, but this is a chink in his armor that we're gonna discuss now. Well, even if he staged it, that wasn't worth it to the type of mentality, to the type of person that Will Smith is being. He's one of the chosen few. He's one of the very few who we can say has been positive in our eyes. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's one of the very few who we can say. I mean, I don't know of any other rapper like who didn't curse, especially as a black man. I don't know any other rapper who hasn't taken, or maybe other actors haven't taken roles where they play thugs and put out negative images, but I can't really say I've seen Will Smith do any of that. And um, all that's positive. All those are good things that you don't hear of him in the media for doing things like crazy things. But now this is something that we'll talk about. That he did slap Chris Rock. You see what I'm saying? He did slap Chris Rock for his comedy act in which where he shouldn't have slapped him. So we definitely know Will Smith can lose it and react in such a way. You see what I'm saying? Like, and it was irrational. It really was. As long as people, I get people are saying, hey, he got a right to act like that. If you're a woman and and you can imagine what it would feel like to be losing your hair, and somebody joke on it, I can imagine you probably feel that way. But I want you to consider this. It's the alopecia that she has. It's the equivalent to a man losing his hair, and they joke on bald men all the time. And I know that it's more often that men lose their hair, but it don't mean we feel any less about it. Men want their hair too, and so men have Men get talked about when they're bald. I get talked about. I'm bald. So people talk shit when you're bald. You understand it? It's not something that you like, but should you go around fighting over it? You see what I'm saying? Like that's Elisha in the Bible. In the Bible, guys, there's a prophet named Elisha who had just been anointed of God, and I guess I should do a video on this. That'd be a great video on emotional intelligence. Prophet Elijah walking down the road, riding his donkey, and these children, I think it was 42 children, came out and insulted Elijah, and they calling him Baldy, Baldy, and they're making fun of him. Okay, Elijah gets angry and calls out a male and female bear, and the bears killed the children. In the Bible, the prophet of God called out two bears. Look this up, y'all. Look up Elijah and the bears. You can Google the story, y'all. It's a Bible story. Elijah is the anointed of God, and he gets called Baldy as he's riding his donkey through town or whatever. And these children are like Baldy, Baldy, and making bald jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like your head look like a mirror. You blind in the sun with your reflection. You can see your thoughts. Your hairline on somebody else's head. This shit I've heard in the past. All right, and what does Elijah do? Call two bears out of the woods, and the bears literally kill the children. Do you understand? See, Terry says, I remember all that. I'm a preacher's kid. I'm a PK. So again, he's being called bald, and he's so angry, he caused bears to kill those kids. This is proof right here that men don't like being called bald. We don't like being made fun of for our hair loss. Now, that don't make it any better for Jada for how she should feel about it. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, men feel this way too, and I know you ladies are probably thinking, but she's a woman.
It was like he has a rule. The bass player, he got a rule. He got to wax his head every morning. That's a rule. He follows the rules, man. He follows the rules. Oh, these are jokes. Come on. See, you got too into the characters and got hurt.
Unfortunately, it doesn't matter who you are. People don't like losing their hair, and they don't consider their gender when they think about their hair loss. They just want their hair, y'all. Like, men love their hair just like y'all love y'all's. I promise y'all. And people can typically talk about men's hair and baldness without any care of what he's going through medically that led to that. I mean, seriously, y'all. We clown people for hair loss. And that's what he was doing. Chris Rock, from his perspective, we clown people being bald all the time. So he made the G.I. Jane joke. Of course, Will Smith lives with Jada. He's caught up in it. He's too close. He doesn't really see the perspective of Chris Rock at this point. So he immediately goes to, you offended my wife. Jada is not going to consider the fact that, hey, it's a bald joke and we make them. I know it's at your expense, but you can see Jada tense up. You can see she didn't like that joke, and she don't have to make a face like she likes the joke. She don't have to like the joke. That's fine. But Will Smith, in seeing her face have all that stress on it, made him act like that. Like he decided to act like that, I should say. You see, and that's how he chose to handle it, which revealed who he was in that moment, which it wasn't good. It wasn't good. Most of us, the first time we watched that video, we be like, yeah, he deserved it. And that's what emotional intelligence does. The lack of it does. It's in the moment it feels right. If you're caught up in the moment of, she lost her hair for this reason, and she's bald headed, and you know she wants her hair, and she's doing a bold thing by going out without a wig or anything. You know what I mean? And if you get caught up in the moment, that's his wife, and he should not let his wife be disrespected. And if you get caught up in the moment, he had every right to slap Chris Rock. But if you remove yourself from that, the emotion from that, he didn't have a right to smack that man. He didn't have a right to put his hands on that man at all. And for this reason, we must truly look at emotional intelligence and start dealing with ourselves and building ourselves before it happens, family. Do you understand? Anyway, family, I hope y'all hit that like button. I definitely see that y'all have. It's more likes than views. Well, it's about even with the viewers watching right now. I definitely appreciate this. Do me a favor, family. If you felt like this was a good build, please share the content. Y'all help me grow. Help me grow, family. Seriously. Help me spread my philosophy to the world. I believe I can definitely help. I'm watching us every day hurt and destroy each other and end each other's lives over emotions, over even if they have hurt us, even if they have offended us, over things like cheating. We are taking each other's lives, family. And I'm saying this over things like, depression. We killing ourselves, and that's not what's in our best interest in our families and children and mothers and brothers and sisters. Like we need to get a better grip on our mentality and our emotions, family, so we can live better lives, live healthier lives, create healthier lives. We gotta stop sabotaging everything we work for because somebody made us mad or hurt our feelings. We gotta get to a point to where we can think more clearly, even when we're upset, family. So we can keep manifesting our life. It's gonna be people in your life, truthfully, family, they're not worthy of you, and you're gonna let them in your life because they're being kind to you. Y'all seem to get along, but when they reveal themselves, don't throw your future away for them, family. Yes, I do mentor children and youngsters, Miss P. Brown. But listen, family, when people offend you, don't throw away your legacy. Don't throw away your future and what you want out of your life. Don't do it. I promise y'all. Thank you so much, Angela, who said I just described. If you just subscribed, if you are new watcher today and you subscribe, please let me know in the comments, y'all. I'm eternally grateful. Again, I really feel like um, my philosophy, which I've put a lot of thought and work into, can be definitely useful to a lot of young men and women out there if they make it applicable to their lives. I really believe that we'll throw our lives away less because we'll think with a clearer mind in the heat of these experiences. Like I told you guys, I box some, right? And I can tell you, as a boxer, your goal is to not become emotional. You have to stay focused on the fight. Keep your hands up. Keep your eyes on your opponent and know what they're doing. Respond. If you get angry, you can forget about. You could drop your guard and just think about the attack, which opens you up. And so it's very important. If you're angry, you get more. You breathe. Your breathing gets knocked off, and you get tired quicker. Um, these things happen whenever they bring you out of your element. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of boxers are trying to not just defeat you, they're trying to get you to fight their fight or get you off your game. And so as a boxer, man, they're literally trying to punch you in the face. So if you want to be mad, hell, you can definitely find a reason to be mad in that moment. But the goal is don't be angry. The goal is stay tactical and remember your strategy to defeating this person. You might not win this fight until the third or fourth, fifth round or later on, or that hole may have not revealed itself yet. But if you start getting emotional, you could blow the whole fight. You could open yourself up to being knocked completely out, y'all. You understand? And that loss is on your record permanently. Do you understand? So emotional intelligence is more like keep myself within frame so I can truly see clearly and don't let other people puppeteer me, say things to me that can draw me off my frame. You see what I'm saying? Like, guys, as we was raised up, they gave us the buttons that people push. They told us if people say this to you, if they do that to you, then act this way. And so we're constantly regurgitating the same traumas back out. You don't have to act that way. We don't have to do that. You see what I'm saying? You can tell how somebody grew up because they almost pride themselves on being gangster. It's like they're showing you that it's a need for them at this moment to show you how gangster they can be for validation, not realizing that putting that negative energy out there is gonna blow your platform. Because it's so many people who are wise to that type of behavior, and they can see it. They can see that you are responding negatively, that you are not vibing high, but you don't see it because in that moment you feel like this is how we acted when I was young. When somebody tried you, you went off, or you talked about what you would do to them. You threaten them. You fight for it. You beat them up. This is how you act when somebody offends you, and it seems like the right thing to do because that's what you did when you was a child, but it's not. It's consequences to that stuff, and if you go around fighting people because they made you mad, you never gonna stop fighting, family. You can't make everybody shut up. You just can't. A lot of other comedians would have went to Will Smith's tail right there in that moment. I'm telling y'all right now. a lot of other comedians, that would have been a real problem. They wouldn't have handled that so well. I promise y'all they wouldn't have. I don't even want to get into naming a few because it's not up to me to do that and project that they would have done anything differently. But I'm telling y'all, everybody don't have the temperament of Chris Brown to understand that Will Smith is more so going through something, and this ain't the time to, you know, be offended that you got slapped and mistreated in your place of profession. Because really, that's what happened, family. Them jokes be rough sometimes, yo. They be definitely offensive, but they are comedians, and we do have this understanding that comedians gonna be comedians, and they're gonna make their jokes. So if you're gonna sit on the front row, make sure you got your stuff together, family. And if you are a celebrity, you know people gonna joke about you. Like, listen, I can guarantee you the next episode of Family Guy or damn The Simpsons or something, I have Jada Pinkett Smith with a damn bald head in a G.I. Jane uniform. And what Will Smith gonna do? Attack the voiceover actor? Attack the actual person who wrote the scripts? Come holler at Seth MacFarlane? I mean, what you gonna do? I can listen, y'all. How much do you want to bet that there'll be cartoons who parody Jada Pinkett being G.I. Jane now? It's huge. People are gonna do it just for the views, just for the ratings. How much do you want to bet? And Will Smith ain't gonna go around fighting all them people. Let's be real. You can't. You can't behave that way. Who wants to challenge my prophecy right now? That one day soon you're gonna see people threatening Will Smith, telling him to bring them that same energy. You're gonna see more people calling Jada Pinkett G.I. Jane. You're gonna see cartoon parody shows drawing Jada Pinkett in camouflage as G.I. Jane. You're gonna see shows like SNL and all these other celebrity improv shows making jokes and parodies about Will Smith and this Chris Rock stuff and Jada Pinkett and G.I. Jane. Who wants to tell me, say, Kevin, you're wrong about all of that? I guarantee you none of that happens. Yeah, Wild and Out, battle rappers on Smack, yeah, Loaded Lux, A-Bird, uh, Geechee Gotti, Arsenal. They all of them gonna have a damn word flip about this shit. I almost came up with a couple myself. Do you understand? Calico, yeah, all of them, all of them gonna have a word flip about this man. Do you understand? It's gonna be all in there. It's going to be everywhere, family. And if he didn't act in this way, it likely wouldn't have. Again, this is why people are saying that it's staged because they can see all of the talk that's going to come from it. So they're saying it's staged because they're thinking that the goal is to make this happen. It's to get, be a distraction and get people talking about you and create controversy and marketing through that controversy. You see what I'm saying? That's why people are saying it's staged. It's just to get attention. It's just to get people talking about you, be relevant again, because we know it's going to bring a lot of attention. Get ready for it. And this is going to be Will Smith's word. This is going to be Will Smith's world. I want you guys to do me a favor. Tag me. Send me clips in my inbox on Instagram or Facebook. If you guys see anything in the future where people are disrespecting Will Smith and are bringing this type of energy towards him, calling Jada Pinkett G.I. Jane, a cartoon parody, mimicking them, or anybody parodying them, okay? Like SNL, anybody like that. If y'all see any clips like that, tag me in it. If you see clips of content creators who acting it out, tag me in it. Because I want you guys, I want to be able to show you guys the result of our actions. And if you are Will Smith, is this truly what you wanted to create? You wanted to protect your wife from being offended about her hair loss, but instead you ignited it, and now everybody gonna be talking about her hair loss, and they're not gonna care that Will Smith is mad at them. They're not gonna care. Some people would wish he would slap them so they could sue the hell out of him. You see what I'm saying? Or kick his ass, or whatever people are saying. I wish Will Smith would walk up to me and try to slap me, bro. I ain't causing. And at the end of the day, like I said, for Chris Rock, people are saying, hey, he handled it with class. He didn't deserve that. He was only doing comedy. It ain't like he really came for Jada like that. And that man walked up and slapped me. Man, you crazy. And now y'all saying, why didn't he slap August? And the next person that he don't slap, you gonna say, nah, you slap Chris Rock. Say that shit like, what if Tyson said that shit? What if Tyson said, I see you online. I'm scared to even try to talk like Tyson. I don't want Tyson looking for me. So just imagine Tyson goes, Will Smith, I see you walk up and slap Chris Rock for calling Jada Pickett, G.I. Jane. Here I'm saying it. I'm calling her G.I. Jane. Now what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Nothing. Exactly nothing. Because you, again, and I'm telling you, y'all, because many people feel like Chris Rock wasn't in the wrong. You're absolutely right in that comment, personal shopper. Yeah, Will made her the joke. His actions is why most people even know that she has alopecia. Exactly. That's what I mean. Will Smith ain't gonna go around fighting all them people. Let's be real. You can't. You can't behave that way.